Hello and welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Today we have a special installment called Tricks of the Trade, in which we're going to be answering different kinds of subjects that are very important for your development, and that usually most people will tend to figure them out after several years of playing, sometimes even decades. So today's subject is the following. What kind of sound do we use to practice technical playing? So there we have it, a very important subject, because most people will tend to practice using their lead sound, the sound that they would be using when they're playing on stage, which is really not the optimum way to be practicing. So I'll try to give you some very specific guidelines on what kind of sound you should be using when practicing. For starters, anything that changes the quality of the note, any kind of chorus, flanger, even delay and reverb, you want to take it out of your sound as quickly as possible. These effects only help in mask any kind of mistakes you will be doing in your playing, which is something great when you're on stage, so you can use it on stage, but when you're practicing, you want to practice with a signal that's very dry. Now, dry does not mean that you don't have distortion or overdrive, but don't use any added effects. So if you're practicing any kind of the following techniques, string skipping, legato, tapping, sweeping, and even alternate picking, use a regular distorted sound. Not too much distortion, not necessarily too little, but a fair amount of distortion that makes it comfortable to play and is similar to the feel that you would have if you're playing live or if you're recording, but no extra effect. For practicing scales, chords, arpeggios, and even doing chordal picking and cross picking, use a clean sound with maybe very little bit of reverb or chorus to make it sound a little bit more pleasant, but definitely no extra delay and no extra reverb. Once again, these are the suggested options for your practicing sound. I'm not referring to the sounds you're going to be using when you're performing live or when you're recording for any of your own compositions. This is totally up to you. But when you are actually practicing and you want to get better, you want to have your sound as clear as possible without being masked, so that you can hear very clearly any kind of mistakes you might be making. So there you have it. First episode of Tricks of the Trade. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you on the next Ask the Guitar Coach.